What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm filming on my phone today, so just bear with me. We actually are putting on a roll race event at our local track. So we actually did a flashlight shootout, which if you guys don't know, Kevin and I did like a little series before where we traveled and stuff, and it was pretty cool. And then we took a break because we were so busy with like the gym, and then I opened the shop. And recently, our local track, it's not the best track, it's more of like a bracket track, and so they don't do any like heads up stuff or any streetcar stuff, but you know, there's people around here that want to do it. And so Kevin and I, we did another flashlight shootout, and it went really well. And then we decided we were going to try a roll race event because, you know, that's two different types of crowds typically, and a lot of people don't want to do digs because it actually, you know, it shows if your car's actually fast or not, and you break stuff, and you know, there's a lot more to it than just doing roll racing. So today we're actually doing a roll race event, and yeah, I wasn't gonna make a video, but I figured I should probably try and make a video just so you guys can see what's going on, because I've just been so freaking busy. So today we've got a few cars from Coyote Direct. Ricky's Hellcat from New Mexico. It's a Whipple Hellcat, Whipple Red Eye. Tashawn's Whippled Mustang, Jay's twin turbo Mustang, and then I'm actually driving a customer's car. His is also a twin turbo Mustang. It's just a on 3K with precision 62s. So, but it runs really good for a stock motor, stock trans car. And then there's a few other cars. I don't know if Joe's going to bring his GT500 or not, but our other customer, Don's bringing his blue GT500 out that we did pump gas and a few bolt-ons too. So it'll be pretty fun, but I'll try and take you guys along for the ride. I'm going to try and do some like in-person videos in the car, racing the customer's car that I'm running. So it should be pretty fun. It was actually raining earlier, and it seems to have cleared up, and it actually looks like a really nice day out. So I probably will not show you guys 60 to 130 times, and here's why. We live in Amarillo, Texas. Listen closely, because y'all don't listen. 3,500 elevation. It is 98 degrees out. We don't get that much humidity, but the density altitude today is literally right at 7,000. 6,900, 7,000. That makes a huge difference. So I don't like to post 60 to 130 times because people only see the number and they're like, oh my God, well, so-and-so runs this number in Houston. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I mean, common sense would tell you density altitude makes a huge difference. So that's why I don't like to show the 60 to 130 times, because I did a 60 to 130 for a customer so that he could see kind of like where his car was when it was finished. And I don't want to post the time because everyone would be talking shit when they don't understand what the hell they're actually talking about. All they do is see numbers on Instagram and Facebook. So it's pointless because y'all are idiots sometimes. So anyways, I'm going to show you some in-person videos, but I won't show you the 60 to 130 times. But it's going to be fun. It's a roll race event. This is we break it up by mile an hour. So we try and do more classes to get more people involved. So we have like a 99 and slower class. Then we have like 100 to 110. It's broken up by 10 mile an hour. So then you can't, you know, obviously you can't break out above that. But 110 to 120, 120 to 130, 130 to 140, 140 to 150. And then we call it King of the Bakery, which is like 150 plus. So like I said, we don't have a ton of like really, really fast street cars where we're at. So there's not that many people trapping over 150, or that would actually come out to this type of event. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I plan to be like in the 140 to 150 class and just keep the car turned down and just have fun with it. It's because it's not my car. So if it was my car, I'd turn the hell up and go for the King of the Bakery is what we call it, and just gap everybody. But we're gonna try and be consistent, get some good mile an hour, and have some fun. So we'll see you guys at the track here shortly.
versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. That's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus I'm feeling numb. I lost my soul. It's on the run. I need a spot. I need some fun. I'm in the dark. Like what's to come? It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up and I beat those eyes. Gotta get up and those eyes. It was me versus me. It was never me versus you. Now I'm good. And I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up and I beat those eyes. Gotta get up and beat those eyes. Misunderstood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It's me versus me. Do or die. The time is now. Let's do or die. I chose my path. No choosing sides. I'll take what comes. Get for the ride. Bad guy. No more time for the bad guy. Never going back to the bad side. Be the only one to get baptized. Yeah, I'm that guy. No more time for the bad guy. Never going back to the bad side. Be the only one to get baptized. I'm that guy. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Gotta beat those eyes. Gotta better beat those eyes. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Understood. Get up and I beat those eyes. Got up and I beat those eyes. Understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should.
Alright guys, so I did have my buddy Chase out there actually helping film. So he got some clips, but I did a terrible job of filming my own races. So I actually had the phone on the little deal on the suction mount on the windshield. And every time I'd go to record, it just wouldn't record. But I did get the test pass in there. But anyways, the event was really cool. There's a lot of people there. We had classes, like I said, ranging from like under 99 miles an hour and then, you know, up to whatever people want to go. I think the fastest person last night was like a Hayabusa, went like 161. But it was really fun. There was only 5 people in our class, which was the 140 to 150 class. And when I did some testing, that car was already trapping high 140s on only literally like 12 to 13 pounds of boost. Now, mind you, this is at 3,500 elevation, 7,000 DA. And then as the night went on, it obviously got cooler out, so the car made a little bit more boost on the same setting. And I actually went into the finals. So really, there was only 5 cars in our class, and one of them was Michael Freeman. That was the Evo that I raced. He actually had technical difficulties on both runs we did. So the first run, even though it was eliminations, he had a technical problem, and obviously, if it's racing, racing's racing, so I would have won technically, but I told him, I was like, let's just rerun it. So we ran it back again, and then he had another problem, and I was like, all right, we got to keep the race going. So I just took my win by default, I guess, on that one. And then there was Tashawn, our Whipple Coyote direct car, Jay and Chris's twin turbo Mustang, and then I was driving my customer's twin turbo Mustang, Emmanuel and his dad, and then Ricky's Whipple Hellcat was also there. So we were pretty much the only ones in the 140 to 150 class. The biggest class, I think, was like the 110 to 119 and then the 120 to 130. I wish I would have got a video, but the twin turbo 4-door F-150 we have, Chase's truck, Big Chase, the thing was on 12 pounds of boost, and it beat a GT 350R track pack that has an ESS blower, blah, 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 blah. That was so cool. I don't care what anyone says. That truck is heavy as hell, and it was only on like literally 12 pounds of boost. That truck's crazy. It trapped 130 miles an hour on, I think, like 12, 13 pounds of boost, which is really crazy for how heavy that thing is and for the air we're at. And literally on like just regular street tires, no radials or slicks or anything. Anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I made it to the finals against Ricky. So Tashawn and Jay raced, and Jay had issues with the boost controller, so Tashawn moved on. And then Tashawn and Ricky raced, Whipple versus Whipple. And Tashawn actually won, but he broke out. He went too fast for the class. I think he went like 150 point something, which is also really impressive for his setup. And then it was Ricky with the Hellcat versus me and my customer's twin turbo Mustang in the final. And so I left on a little bit lower boost because the track would not hook. I had a buy run before that, and I literally tried 15 pounds of boost just because I wanted to see what it would do, and it spun right out of the hole. So this time, since it's an E-boost, I just left it on a lower boost setting, and then as I felt the car hook, and Ricky and I were literally neck and neck, then I just reached over, hit the next setting, and it upped the boost, and then had to let out right at the end because I knew I was probably going just a hair too fast for the class. But it was a ton of fun. Hopefully we got a different crowd of people out because a lot of people always ask for roll race events, and no one ever has them. So we're trying to get our local track back and going, and it seems like it's starting to get some momentum after we did like our flashlight shootout event and then the roll racing event. And like I said, mile an hour and 6130 and track times here just do not matter because our track is not good. Everybody knows that. And the air here is not good. So we really just care about doing heads up stuff and winning. And yeah, there's no point in comparing times because they'll just never be good here. So a lot of my customer cars, though, we do have a plan to go to like Dallas or Houston when the weather cools off over there also, and try and obviously run some times so y'all can see what a lot of our cars do. But the car that I won in is literally just a base 2019 Gen 3 Mustang, stock trans, stock motor. It's 10 or 80, but it's stock, no converter, no clutches, nothing. Completely stock suspension, not even drag springs, no shocks, stock drive shaft, stock axles, stock brakes, no lightweight mods. The only lightweight mods it had was I put a drag pack on it for the weekend. And yeah, it's just an on-3 twin kit with kind of the upgrades we do to it. So it's got precision 62s on it, better gates. I think we did better gates on that one. I don't know. E-boost fuel system on E85. So it's cleared for like, 17, 18 pounds of boost, but that track was not going to hold it. And yeah, so I just kept it around 13 pounds of boost for the whole weekend. But that car is really, really impressive for literally, it's essentially just a turbo kit and fuel system on E85. So that thing is badass. It made me honestly want to build another S550 just for the street because that thing is so much fun to drive around. Like, I drove it literally to the track, which we live close to the track, obviously. But AC blasting, music blaring, and went all rounds, and then just drove it home on AC and made a couple pulls on the way home because that thing is so much fun to drive. So shout out to my customer to let me drive their car. They just didn't feel comfortable yet with like the boost settings and stuff, but I think we finished that car, I don't know, I think back in May, so a few months ago, and they've just been enjoying it, driving around. They make hits here and there, but they just like driving the car. And I told them we had this roll race event, and I was like, man, it'll be okay because it's a roll race event. Like, obviously it would have hooked better if it had some suspension. We can get some weight transfer, but for stock suspension and everything, I think it did pretty well. So, and then it was cool. We got to take Kennedy for a ride at the beginning of the video. Y'all saw that, and that was really cool because she hadn't been down the track since I had my Hellcat, and this was like when it was stock, so obviously that thing was a turd. And so I took her down just on like 12 pounds of boost to be safe. And then I actually took her later on in the night, and I think she has a video of it, but I tried to turn it up, and it got a little hairy, and she didn't say anything, so that's how I knew she was worried. But it was a fun event. If y'all are in Amarillo or near Amarillo, make sure y'all come out to our next one. We're going to have another flashlight event, so Dig Race heads up on October 14th at the Amarillo Dragway. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys need any parts or anything, email me, sales@coyotedirect.com, or just go on the website and check it out for yourself. We'll see you guys on the next one.